Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. Today I'm going to show you how I create this layout using the Kiwi Lane Love Notes, which was a February kit. Uh, at this point I'm using scraps, so I've decided to do a 9x12 layout, and right now you will see me pilling out the Cedar Trails 1B template, which I will be using to make my paper long enough to reach the 9-inch width. As of right now, I think I'm about 1.5 inches short on the striped craft colored paper. So this will help me make the paper a little longer to give me that the 9-inch in width that I'm looking for. So at this point, I'm down to like bare minimums. These are the longest 2 pieces of paper I have. Everything else is scraps at this point. And I'll still be able to pull out 2 cards, which will be next week's video. I'm having a little trouble lining it up because it's kind of hard to do it when you're not standing over your paper. So bear with me while I readjust my paper. And there we have it. So this is a picture of my daughter. I used Project Life app, which you can download off of the Google Play or the iTunes store. I'm not sure if you have to pay for it. I've had it for many years. So these pictures, I can pick different sizes to print on my selfie. I've printed them out at 3x4, and I am now sticking them down to this black, and I'm not sure if it's gold or craft, so we'll call it crafty gold. And I am matting my pictures as if they were like a photo strip that you would get out of one of those photo machines. So as I try to figure out what I'm doing next, I just wanted to mention that Kiwi Lane is really easy to use. You don't need much. You just need scissors, a pencil, maybe an eraser, and to finish it off, you'd want to use some Tim Holtz Distress ink. In my next series, which will start in 2 weeks, I will be matching my inks with the paper. So you're going to see a different look. For this layout and for most of my layouts that you've seen, I've been using the Tim Holtz Hickory Smoke, which for me makes it feel a little bit more modern as opposed to the vintagey feel that a tea stain or one of the browns, which right now the names are escaping me, like a walnut stain or a ground espresso or even a vintage photo would give your papers. So like I mentioned, I don't have any 12x12 paper anymore. I am down to scraps, so I will be using that pink and blue paper as a mat for my pictures, and you'll see that I will be cutting out one of the brackets. I believe that's brackets 2T from the bottom of the blue, just so that it gives it a little shape and it's not just a square. So again, I'm going to ink my papers with my Distress ink, and I will glue my blue and pink paper down to create my photo mat. At this point, I decided to pop my pictures up, and again, I am using fun foam. Probably not archival safe, but I'm okay with that. That is entirely up to you, whether you decide that you want to use something like that or not. So it's time for some sangria, and a funny little story about this. My husband bought me a bottle of, it's called real sangria. It's already made, but I always add frozen fruit to it. And he didn't really realize that certain wines have expiration dates. And um, when I took my first sip, I felt weird. And I said to him, "This tastes kind of weird." And he's like, I don't know, they changed the, maybe they changed the composition of it. And I had a couple more sips, and something told me to check the bottle, and turns out it expired in 2017. Yeah. So luckily I only had a couple sips. Nothing, nothing was damaged. As you can see, I just cut out the top edge of my charmed, and I'm doing the same to the bottom to make it look uh, like it's a kind of like an arrow, I guess you can call it. And I'm going to stick it behind my pictures, and these are just to give my pictures some layers. So as I work to layer my pictures and with all the scraps, I figured I want to use them. I don't want to throw them out. So I'm going to use as much of it as I can on this layout, and whatever's left, I will try to get 1 to 2 cards, which next week, those 2 cards, I actually got 2 cards out of my scraps. I probably could have gotten a third, but I felt like I was pushing it, and you'll see the video of the 2 cards next week. So I'm using the scraps from other shapes that I cut out. As you can see right there, the pink and the blue are pieces that I cut out from other layouts, and I'm going to use them to layer behind my picture. I will also be using this card, I Love My Life, and the ones in it as basically my title, or actually my subtitle. All right, so I'm going to layer that little piece there. And I'm going to start gluing some stuff down here so that it stops moving around. So I was looking at the heart. The heart was not big enough. So that's when I kind of decided that I would use the love note, one of the brackets, and I believe it's the 2T. And I'll be cutting out from this sweetheart too. We'll be cutting out that heart. Which at first I was thinking of doing 2 hearts, but then I said, well, I'd be hiding all of the edge of that border of the burgundy paper. So then I decided to just go with 1. And as you can tell, I kind of messed up my paper there. There's a little piece of adhesive, and that's why I stuck that heart there to cover that little chunk of paper that I tore off. So it's time to glue down all these chunks. And as you can see, there's literally chunks of paper. Oh, and of course I ran out of tape, so we must change the adhesive. So I am going to cut this part out. So adhesive is loaded, and we are going to adhere all the parts down onto my layout. So I'm again going to use a little bit of fun foam to layer give my heart a little bit of dimension on one side. Oh, I was mistaken. I actually thought that this paper was not going to be long enough, but it is. So as I cut this out, I just want to remind you all that I will be having a 500 subscriber giveaway, which I personally am sponsoring. This is not Kiwi Lane sponsored, so the $50 gift card to Kiwi Lane will be to my shop, and you get to pick whatever you want out of it. And it will be of Kiwi Lane products, since it's a Kiwi. I am mostly trying to show people that Kiwi Lane is such a great product to use. It's inexpensive, and I'm hoping that someone who really wants to try it will get to win it, and will be a lifelong user of Kiwi Lane. So as you can see, I'm moving my template around because my template is bigger than the paper. So I'm really trying to get the entire shape. Sorry about that. Trying to get the entire shape onto my card. And I'm just going to erase my pencil marks, and I wanted it to fit inside that blue bracket. So now I'm going to use these Tim Holtz. I'm not sure what that sticker book is called. I think it's Words, Small Words, something like that. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, no, I have no idea where that is right now. So that one is by Tim Holtz. I believe I purchased it in Amazon, and it has a bunch of like little sayings, and these say, "Hello, my darling. Keep moving forward. Follow your heart. Do more than exist. Remember to play." And I am going to use the stickers that came in the kit, the alpha stickers, which look almost like typewriter keys, and I'm just going to name this page My Heart. These stickers, for whatever reason, really didn't have a lot of adhesive on them, so make sure that if you use them that you add some adhesive to the back of them, because they really didn't stick. So as you can see, I've plopped them down. I'm going to cut out a couple more hearts just to fill in that gap down at the bottom, because it feels a little on the empty side. And I really love how this page turned out. I probably would have not picked such dark colors. I'm more of a light colored crafter. So it was definitely interesting when I received the kit. I do love the quality of their paper. I love everything about the Kiwi templates, and I'm hoping that you will check out my shop, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and if you can click on the little bell, you'll get notifications when I have new videos. I'm hoping to get a little more content out, so hopefully you'll stick around and we'll come back to continue watching more videos. Thank you so much and have a great